Good morning and welcome to Thoughts of a Trillionaire. Alright. Boom. What if people could gamify their ambition? What if you can plot a point to your goals, or plot the points to your goals, and thus accomplish your goals more easily? What if you can more simply see, or you can basically visualize your barriers, your limits, or rather, not your limits, rather your obstructions, distractions, or at least be able to see a good game plan, be able to strategize a good game plan from A to B to Z. At least from A to D. I think the power of being able to gamify your life and the aspect of being able to accomplish a goal that you may not know how to accomplish is pretty cool. It's incredibly useful. I'm not sure if you ever run like a marathon or something like that. I haven't even run a marathon per se, but I've not ran the whole way, but I've walked and ran 3 miles. 3 miles, multiple times, at least once a week. And when I do, I realize the power of being able to really, what's the word for it? Basically, knowing that you have an end goal in mind, and knowing that you cannot run the whole way there. You can't sprint the whole way there. I don't even have the muscle, the leg strength, the training to jog all the way there. I have to do alternation between running and walking. At least that's what I do right now. And I can only do that most effectively when I break down like my little goals. And not even by the essence. There is an overall essence of, okay, I'm third of the way there, I'm halfway there, and such like that, because I know where I'm going, and I know how far it is. But there's also the essence of, if I'm running, and I have to use all that power to run. If I'm just running straight out, and I see, and have a goal in mind to run from 1/5 to 2/5 of the way there, or if I just run straight down the street and keep on running until I see a stop sign. If I do it like that, I'm going to gas myself out. I'm going to end up tired or stop running before I even get there, before I even get close. But if I just look straight down and say, okay, when I get like that rock there, or that line in the sidewalk there, or that one there, when I do it like that, when I look nothing but a yard in front of me, it's far easier to just keep running farther than I thought I could, without even being as tired. That's amazing. It's an amazing thing that I realized. I'm not sure if it's the same for everyone else. I know it really works for me, and I think it works for many others based on how people talk about not just running, but in the essence of the overall thing of reaching big goals. Gary Vee says it all the time. Micro speed, macro patience. That means that I can't go full speed the whole 3 miles. I have to enact macro patience to know that it takes an hour to get there by foot, no matter what you do. Well, it takes roughly an hour to get there. And if I run the whole there to try to cut that down to 20 or 30 minutes, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to break myself trying to do it. And then, once I get there, I can't do anything else. But that also means, micro speed also means that if I walk all the way there, it's probably going to take me an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm still going to be a little tired. I'm not going to feel as good because I took so long getting there. Micro speed means I can run in short bursts as much as I can. I can move as fast as I can without actually going too fast for what I can do at that moment. Micro speed means that I'm not just going from A to B, or I'm not just going from one third to the next third. I'm going from each yard to another. Once I get to this line in the sidewalk, I'm looking 3 lines up, and that's it. No more. Keep my head down and just keep running. Keep grinding. Keep going. Once I get there, then I 3 lines up and keep going. Just like that, over and over and over again. Until I feel myself flagging out a little bit, then I slow down, walk, catch my breath, enjoy the sights, look down, and just keep going. And that's an incredible thing I realized, that when you talk to most people and you say, can you run or can you walk a mile? Can you walk and run 3 miles? People look at you like you're crazy. Like, no, I can't do that. Nobody can do that. Nobody. You have to be trained for one of those marathon things. But I've never trained for one of those in a day in my life. I don't really like running. It's always seemed as boring to me and pointless. But when you have a goal in mind, and then when you separate the goal, not just into, smaller goals to reach. Sure, that's definitely helpful. That definitely helped me too. To know that I got from one leg of the journey to the next leg of the journey, and thus means I only have a little bit left. But it also means that when I separate the small things, when I look down and only focus a few yards ahead of me at once, or just 1 or 2 yards ahead of me, that helps the mindset of not being too cowed, too worried, too hesitant, too anxious about your journey. To not get too overwhelmed with all the steps that you have to take to get there. That's what it means to be able to break down your goal, to do micro speed and macro patience. So I believe that there is a way, or there should be a way, to do this in real life, or that is in real life, but in the essence of goal setting. I believe there is a way to do this for the average person when they have a big goal that they want to accomplish. Because a lot of problems with something like the New Year's resolution, that they make a resolution and that's it. They don't think about strategizing, or they don't even know how to strategize in terms of, okay, how can I accomplish this goal? How far is it? How realistic is it? They don't make smart goals. They don't know how to measure, all the way up to it. Or be accountable for how far they've come, or they're going, or they're not going. To be realistic in terms of if they can accomplish this as they are right now. Because I know if it was a 5-mile journey or a 10-mile journey, there's no way I'm making that. I'm just going to have to call an Uber. That's just where I'm just not there right now. Same thing is if I made a goal to run all the way there like I was One Punch Man, like I was Saitama, that's not going to work because I'm just not trained for it. I've tried, but that is not the move. You have to be realistic. It doesn't mean you can't have big goals either. It means that you have to separate that huge goal into something more manageable that you can accomplish, that you can see. That big goal is your overarching goal that you can just put up there and say, okay, these are all the other big goals that they're going to lead to this gigantic one. Anyways, a lot of people also, in terms of that SMART goal, aren't timely. They don't think about, okay, if I accomplish this by this time, that'd be good. Or it'll take me this time, this long to reach this goal. And that means if I'm doing this every day, then I'm on track. Why don't they think about this? 1, ignorance. All of us are ignorant of something. And the sad thing is, or 2 sad things, is that 1, we don't know what we don't know. We know that there are some things that we don't know. Like if you have a big goal, you know that you probably don't know steps 5, 10 through 10 to get there. You probably don't know what random opportunities will come and help you get there. You probably don't know how to reach this person, that person, that person that you want to talk to get there. But you also don't know that you don't even know that there is a person that will come along at this time, at this place to meet you. And that there's no way you can ever account for that. But the only thing you can do is just keep doing what you're doing, and eventually it'll happen. There's no way that you can know what random opportunities will arise or what happens if you just keep doing what you're doing. There's no way to know that you might even change your goals in 5 or 10 years. Even though that was a huge goal you set for yourself, you simply don't know that what will change it, if it even changes. And then the second thing is the dunning-kruger effect. The less people know, the more they think they know. And the more they know, the less they think they know. It's a weird thing. On the more ignorant side, where people think they know things much more than they actually know, that leads them to all sorts of egoism and just lying to themselves or inadvertently lying to other people. I personally know people who would sit there and say, "Oh yeah, there's just a number of things." Like, good example is genetically modified foods. Most people swear that GMOs are terrible for you, that they all give you cancer and blah, 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 and destroying the world. And yet not one of them are genetic scientists. Not one of them know the first thing about biology. Not one of them even know the respiration cycle. So how can they go around and sit down and tell you that GMOs are bad? That all GMOs are bad? They base it off of what? Past experiences that weren't very clear? The media, fake news, and all this other stuff? But they're so fixed on what they think they know that they fail to actually go out and research the truth of GMOs, the fact that we have been genetically modifying food for literally centuries now, the fact that almost nothing we eat is even 100% natural because we have been, planting them and domesticating them and crossbreeding them and doing all this stuff for millennia, since the agricultural age. And then on the other end, you have people that are so smart that know so many things that they think they think they know less than they actually do. And so they end up cutting themselves. They end up undercutting themselves rather. And not speaking out when they really could or should. And so on. And so this this trickles down into goal setting. When somebody sets a goal, it's covered by their perceptions, their imperceptions, their imperfections rather, and all the mistakes they're going through, their ignorance and all this stuff. And so they never actually achieve that goal. If we can have a productivity app, probably not a productivity app, but rather I like the term of a virtual buddy. Kind of like an AI that can listen to a goal that you say and suggest some things to get you there, as well as track your progress and help you when you're not meeting that progress, to help you make more manageable goals, and to help you to concentrate on only the first couple things, the things that are abstractly in the first yard or two of that goal, and to help you keep going and then rest when you need to and then keep going, because that's what we all need right now. I know that's what I need. And that would just be super awesome. My time is already up. There's so much more I want to talk about for this. But anyways, thank you for listening, and think about that. How can you gamify your goals? How can you do micro speed and macro patience? Thank you. Bye-bye.